Now, as many Houstonians wait for their power to be restored, pet owners are trying to make sure that their animals are also safe from these hot temperatures. Joining me live to explain proper pet care during power outages is Julie Kinstall with the Houston SPCA. Thanks so much for joining me, Julie.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. So what do pet owners need to know about keeping dogs and cats cool, especially for those of us who still don't have any power?
Sure, there's a lot of us, myself included, that does not have power, and you have to get creative. This is not new to us Houstonians, and so I've got 3 dogs myself, and so you have to get creative. You want to make sure, just like you take care of yourself, make sure you're drinking enough cool water. I know a lot of the grocery stores are starting to restock the ice. Go get some ice, fill it with a cooler. Make sure that they're, put ice chips in their water. You can take them outside in the backyard, underneath the shade, especially if you got shaded area. If you've got some baby pools, left from the summer, you can certainly fill them up with just shallow water. Get them in the water, especially if your dog likes to do that. One of my dogs does not like the water,
right.
And so, just getting a cool, damp rag to just kind of cool them off a little bit. Anything that you do, for the most part, to try and cool yourself down, you can do for your pet as well.
Yeah, my dog hates water, so I don't know how I'm going to force her anywhere near it. But I think the tips about ice cubes in the water are good. I think that's one I always forget about. But what would some warning signs be if your pet were starting to exhibit signs of a heat stroke? What would that look like in an animal?
So first and foremost, it's really, really important that you do not leave your pets outside or even inside if your house is getting really, really warm. If you are uncomfortable and you are hot, so is your pet. So use that as a gauge. Make sure you always know where they are, leaving them outside, making sure that they have shade, because, especially if they are confined in any way, the sun moves, they tip over their water bowls, and they can quickly go into heat distress. Animals by nature, they are going to pant to cool themselves off. If you're seeing excessive panting, you want to make sure that you quickly get them either, if you can't bring them inside, you can bring them inside your car, turn on your air condition. You want to cool them down quickly. But again, this can be prevented. Just making sure you know where your pets are, making sure that they have cool, clean water, that there is shade, and then even just getting a damp towel and cooling them down in some of those spots underneath their arms, in the groin area, giving them ice chips. And you can also, take them some places that accept pets. I mean, if it gets to the point where you are not, electricity is not coming on, there are some boarding facilities if you need to do that, or go to a friend's house that that has their electricity restored already, and hang out there, especially if you've got friends that love animals as much as you do.
Yeah. So Julie, a lot of times after storms, we talk to you guys and you'll tell us that you're like at capacity or that your shelters are full. Is that the case right now? Did you guys see a lot of animals come in as a result of the storm?
So we have been very, very busy in the last couple of days. And we're happy to say that on Monday, our adoption center was closed, obviously. We are open 11 to 6. The last 2 days, we have rescued, or the community has brought in close to, get ready for this, 1,000 ill or orphaned wild animals.
No.
Our team went out to the Spring Cypress area and was able to rescue close to 400 juvenile and baby egrets. Right there you're seeing is a Mississippi kite. Yesterday, we had an influx of folks from the community who were bringing in ill and orphaned wildlife into our wildlife center. And we're so grateful for that. 996 all in total. That's over 600 just yesterday. And so we are grateful for the community. We saw, broken wings, some dehydration. And so all of them are in our care. We're expecting more to come in. A few things we want to make sure people know is that if you find, as you're cleaning up your yards, because a lot of these animals were blown out of their nests, make sure that you do not try to feed them Do not try to give them water. Put them in a shoebox. Carefully put them with some towels. If you're able to get them into a shoebox, get them over to the Wildlife Center. We're at 7007 Old Katy Road on the Houston SPCA campus. Just get them over to us as soon as you can. We want to make sure that you're not trying to give them food or water because that can cause further injury.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you, is if you even wanted us to help, but it sounds like it's best to just bring them to you and then you'll help from there. We appreciate all that you do. All right, that's Julie Kinstall with the Houston SPCA. Thank you for your time this morning.